just wonder why we've chosen the POFs as our focus product when it's such a small amount, when there's all the standard income, which is a larger amount with Royal Mail and stuff like that. We surely want to be giving them best service as well.
Well, the first thing to say is that there's a number of focus products, as you know, so they go right across the board, and they do include Mail's products too. In financial services, we're not the biggest or the best in the country yet. We are on some things, and our service is very good, but we've got a huge amount of potential in financial services, so that's really why we decided to choose that as a new area to focus on, if you like. But I mean, I say new in inverted commas, we've done financial services for a couple of decades now, really. But what's happened on FS is that if you look at the growth of it, it grew very steeply and then it plateaued off. And so what we now want to do is to grow it again. The current account pilot and things like mortgages are really important, because if you want to be big in financial services, those are two really central hook products that you have to have. And so we chose FS simply because it's something where there's a lot of growth to go for.
I think there's a huge opportunity for Post Office because of the combination of the brand, the trust that people have in us, our presence, our reach, the 11,800 branches across the country, the potential for people to be able to access fair, transparent products all over the country in a brand that they know is incredible, really. And I think if I'm personal view, we're scratching the surface at the moment on what we could do in financial services.
We were just wondering how we were going to get people in the door. You know, how are we going to bring, because we're going to have a mortgage specialist at this branch. How are we going to get enough work for them to be, you know, viable as a person in the office? And
I think that's a really good question, Kim, because one of the reasons that we've not gone overboard on marketing particularly heavily at the moment is because we're trying to get a core of about 100 mortgage specialists in different branches around the country, and we've not got to that yet. We started on a proof of concept in Birmingham where there was just a small handful of mortgage specialists to see if we could do it in a branch environment, if customers would come to a post office branch for a mortgage, or did they perceive us as just about mails and bill payments, etc. The proof of concept proved they could, so we're now in the process of trying to grow the sales force for mortgages to 100 and beyond. But we're not there yet. The risk of going very heavily into marketing the product and saying that it's available in branch is that you push customers into an environment where actually there isn't anybody to speak to them when we're not quite ready to do it as process.
So we would advertise.
So that's why.
We do lots of, you know, radio, press, whatever we needed to do to generate the volume. And I think, you know, we've learnt over the years with things like growth bonds, when you get the product right and you get the marketing right, it just pours in. Now, mortgages aren't going to pour in like growth bonds, clearly, but I think we're quite good at being able to promote what we do. But Roger's right, we've got to have, particularly in something as serious as mortgages, you know, you've got to have the right people. We've got to have people who are properly trained, who've got all the compliance, etc.
I suppose we see a lot of our customers as not potential mortgage people, I suppose.
And I think what you're saying, what you're talking about there, Kim, is a bigger challenge for us as well. That across a lot of our products, not just financial service, it's about how do we drive newer customers into the branch.
That's what we were saying.
A lot of the post offices in sort of more deprived or less affluent areas. So you talk about opening an account, and the £500 barrier is quite a big threshold. Yeah. So it's like, if it was £100, then we'd get a lot more from that aspect.
Yes.
Like I say, the amount of grandparents and mums and dads that return away asking for like kiddie accounts. You're thinking, you know, if you say, oh no, we don't do it, they're sort of walking out the door. But if you say, yeah, we do it, you can open it with £100, they'd be sat down, you'd be having other conversations about other things. Yes. So especially for parents who've had kids and they want to open a little kiddie account and opportunities for life, that sort of thing. Grandparents, what are you doing with your savings? It's like...
It is a loss leader. We would not make any money out of it a children's account. But once we've got a full suite of financial planning products behind us, such as a current account across the UK rather than just on the proof of concept at the moment, more mortgage advisors so that we can actually offer that facility everywhere, you would start to be able to market products that don't make any money because they are a hook.
Is that right? But most staff wouldn't be eligible for
just
a mortgage?
Because when it first came in, I went and reviewed all mine with Steve. I've had a mortgage for years, I've never had any problems paying it whatsoever, and obviously I thought I could get myself a better deal. So I went in and reviewed it, and because of the level of the wages and the minimum amount you've got to earn, it wouldn't work for me.
Okay, well I don't know the answer, but I will take that away because that just seems completely daft to me that we got a product that staff can't use. I remember, I mean, it's years and years and years ago when dishwashers first came out, so it shows you how long ago it was, and I worked in Dixons and Currys. And we sold dishwashers, and people would come and say, well, what do I want a dishwasher for? You know, wash them at home. And then so what we did is we got a staff discount for all the dishwashers. They all bought a dishwasher, got it home, used it, and like the rest of us now, they never do with that one. And that was how we sold dishwashers, because if your staff can't buy your products, then how can they sell it? You know?
Yeah, that's
So
why we're always so
I can't
passionate
promise,
about the
because
phone.
as you know, this is a partnership with the Bank of Ireland, but I will take that one away, because one of my ambitions for the next couple of years is that we have a much better range of products that are available to our staff in terms of staff offers, because that's how you get people really encouraged by what it is we sell.